Welcome back, lady lads and gentle lads, to the Brutal Flashpoint playthrough. It has certainly been a while since I tackled this run again. Um, we have exactly 777 days remaining on the timer, and I think we got our Shadowhawk online in the last episode, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a quick look in the mech bay. And yes, we have the Wolverine, the Shadowhawk, a Panther, and, well, this is our lineup. A pretty diverse setup. And I'm curious to see how this thing will perform in combat. Maybe I'll change its camo pattern a bit, though. Maybe I'll leave it as was. Either way. We also took up a travel contract, apparently, in the last episode. I don't remember exactly what it was. Apparently it's a capture base for 2 skulls in a polar region, and we decided to take 3 and 12 salvage. Yeah, nothing really much to say here. Potentially there are folk we could swap out. Such as who? Well, first off, the Shadowhawk. The Shadowhawk is now in the lineup. Bast. Do we keep you around? If anything, I think I'll swap myself into the Shadowhawk seat. Or perhaps I will give Truck some combat experience. Maybe on a different mech, though. Indeed, who should I throw in? I think Truck on the Vindicator will be fine. Myself, I'll stay in the Shadowhawk. The Wolverine will have Bast in the driver's seat. I don't think I need really anything else. And Sabercat in the Jenner because, well, he's been our targeting specialist. Now, for those who continue to watch this series, you truly are a special bunch. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I truly mean you are, well, a bunch of folk with extremely particular tastes. Again, not that I'm insulting you or anything. It's just that this series doesn't really seem to be getting much of a following. That, and every time I seem to do even moderately well, I immediately get punished for a minor mistake I make later on down the line. And I've just been losing so many mech warriors and mechs that my time away from this game is increasing more and more rapidly. So the question I have for you, because you are the main following of this video series, is should I continue with it, or should I maybe throw in the towel and move back to doing some Rogue Tech content?
Ready for orders.
Please leave a comment in the comment section below, and let me know how you'd like me to go forward with this series, really. But until then, until I get a proper answer from you, I'll, well, continue on a bit, and definitely I'll be recording this episode as per normal.
Confirmed.
And the first thing we target is a standard sniper turret. I figured we'd get Sabercat in on the action, just so he actually gets to do some shooting.
Moving out.
We'll also move Bast in close enough to, are we going to dump in the SRMs? Yeah, sure, why not?
No doubt it will be done.
The faster this thing goes down, the quicker we can
One less turret.
end this mission. And the less we'll have to worry about reinforcement waves coming along.
What do you need?
Likewise, this should keep our folks safe from any,
Shooting, just running.
well, nonsense that might come in the form of said reinforcement waves. Yep, we do have a good view of it. There are turrets, a grand total of 4, as is normal.
On it.
Perhaps also the reason why the series isn't doing so well, while I'm on the subject, is because my commentary is probably a bit too dry with it. Now, to what degree that is a fault of mine or a fault of the game not being really all that interesting to commentate over, I'm going to err on the side of it's me, more so than it is the game.
Let's move.
Although, given the sort of frustrations that people are willing to voice on sites like Reddit,
Firing.
I am tempted to believe that it isn't entirely just
Done.
my lack
What's
of
next?
commentary that is causing,
Awaiting orders.
well, that doesn't really reflect well on it. No doubt also my poor gameplay. Just losing as many mech warriors as I did and deciding not to optimize things perhaps as I should be.
Got a lock.
Perhaps they all factor into this. Oh well, no matter. We'll sprint fast forward, get him in position to take out this turret next round. And until then, I'll have myself and the Shadowhawk smack this thing up a little bit.
Yeah?
And is it just me, or did the AC5 have its damage buffed to a full 50? I'll have to check that.
Attacking from position.
Because from what I remember, AC5s
Turret is gone.
only did 45 or 40 damage.
Standing by.
At least, pre-Flashpoint expansion.
Aye, aye.
Now, wouldn't it be horrendous if we didn't get any reinforcement wave to spawn?
Reporting.
Like, that would be some exceptional nonsense.
Of course.
That said, I'm liking this, base layout. Like, these are the sorts of bases you would expect to see in this game. I know, yeah, that's a thing I should probably be doing. Working on a review of this game.
Turret destroyed.
Heads up, Commander.
Yes, there it is.
Contacts inbound.
Triggered the moment I capture the base, while everyone is on low evasion. Oh well. How best to handle this?
Engaging jump jet.
I think with a jump, and then a sensor locking.
Sensors locked on.
Onto a Shadowhawk 2H, which I'd be very,
How might I help?
well, of which I am desirous. And to that effect, let us precision strike this guy's noggin.
All weapons committed.
Bit of a pity that we can't take him take him out immediately, but oh well. I'll keep our folk in the tree line. Make sure they have
Take this.
some sort of cover from damage.
What's the plan?
Bast, now, what is the best course of action for you? I think to just move you into the trees behind everyone. Allows the enemy to move forward a bit. Rather intriguingly, the Shadowhawk jumps and still gets most of its weapons on target. And then there's Zirion, which destabilizes us.
Ready for orders.
Okay, right. Evasion is key. Let's sensor lock this boy down, make him even easier to hit.
Sensor lock.
Spider Bro jumps about, and, well, just makes a general nuisance of himself.
Armor low.
Yes, Commander.
God, after that rant I went on, I'm suddenly really self-conscious of my commentary. Oh well. I also exposed the wrong side of the body. Oops. I'll continue trying to headshot this boy.
Awaiting orders.
And
Yeah?
oh, how best to handle this.
Yep.
A reserve action is tempting. Although a part of me wants to
Moving
just
to position.
fall back a tad and smack him with a
Taking the
PPC.
shot.
Keep the range on that Orion. And to that effect, I will reserve. Okay, Shadowhawk decides to continue focusing me down rather than
Low.
retargeting onto the Wolverine. And the Orion wastes a turn effectively. Not that I mind.
You have orders?
As a matter of fact, I'm perfectly okay with that. Because it allows us to
I have a good
make good
feeling.
use of Bass now on this Shadowhawk. Okay. Cool. Spider moves first.
Just stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Now, Bast.
Standing by.
Don't tempt fate here, okay?
Jumping.
Speaking of tempting fate, here I am bouncing about with this fellow.
Got it.
Hoping that evasion will save me. And hey, a head hit. More of those, please. We can get everything on target, but maybe we move closer to get even more things on target. Like so. And yes, this puts us within range of the Orion, but
Target.
that's a risk I'm willing to take. And this allows us to correct our earlier mistaken positioning and continue things. Okay, not exactly the shots I wanted, but it's the shots that were taken.
Roger.
Okay, I'm gonna take this last shot and quickly deal with a matter that came up.
Confirmed.
No special magic here, we're just knocking a guy over. Very good. And I'm gonna walk away, because I don't want to know what happens. Well, okay, fine. I'll check to see what happens, and then I'll walk away. The Orion continues for some reason to be in the background, not putting its AC-10 into use, which, again, I'm thankful for. And the Shadowhawk, everything is fine.
Let's go.
Everything is fine. Absolutely fine.
Receiving you. Ready for orders.
You know, we'll continue tempting fate with Sabercat, and precision strike the Shadowhawk to keep him in place. Okay.
Scored a critical hit.
Damn, he still has a point of injury on him. Okay, the spider moves, and this is where I'm going to do the cut. Gonna complain? I'm not gonna complain. The thing I had to do was so absurdly abysmal that I'm not going to complain. It's fine. I am at peace with the universe. It's all going to be okay. I hope.
Confirmed.
Speaking of being okay, how many SRMs am I willing to throw at this guy? All of them? Yeah, I think all of them.
You wish.
I only need the one piece of salvage off of this Shadowhawk anyway.
One less target.
Given that it's been dealt with, we can turn our attentions now to, well, reserving our turn.
Standing by.
Yep. We expected that to happen.
Reporting heavy damage.
The right torso we're not going to be too troubled about losing, but we'd prefer not to either way. Regardless,
All weapons committed.
our next priority target is the Orion.
Yeah?
And indeed, I do want to smack him up a lot. Because that AC isn't friendly at all.
Let's hit him hard.
And I mean, we're getting some lucky headshots, just not cold headshots. So arguably the wrong kind of headshots.
Receiving you.
But, oh well. We'll keep this jumping game going a bit longer.
Targeting for an alpha strike. Reporting.
Indeed, insofar as we can keep it going, we will keep it going. And
Yes, Commander.
we do need to get closer to this fellow.
Locking on target.
We'll save the cold shot for someone else. Like myself. Although I would prefer to again be in a position where I have my right torso more exposed than the left.
All weapons committed.
There we go. That's the sort of shot we want to see more often. A cold shot that goes to its target.
Critical damage detected.
Cool.
What do you need?
Cool. The Vindicator we're a bit scared about putting on the front line, honestly. It won't stop us from PPC smacking this guy up, though. And the AC-10's out of commission? Oh, brilliant. I guess we have nothing to worry about then.
Orders.
Sabercat, I think you're going to be, reserving your action. See what the spider does.
Standing by.
Right.
Roger.
We're jumping you here. And we're going to sensor lock the spider. Just get that last evasion pip off of him.
Awaiting orders.
Fast, you'll do just fine up here in the high ground. And smack the spider for me, please. Now, don't you be mocking him. That medium laser was supposed to be on target, not fired up at the sky. Well, I mean, well, whatever. Yep, our English, please. Our heat threshold is still good, so let's just destroy that center torso if possible. Or get close enough to it.
Yep.
Okay, we're now comfortable taking the Vindicator closer, and who do we smack up? That has to be
I'm
you.
on it.
Cool. He's out of commission.
Mech destroyed. No retreat.
I think I kept his AC-10 intact. And we're once again playing the game of why is the AI punching us when it can do a lot more damage by firing its weapons.
Ready
Ah.
for orders.
Well, no matter then.
Moving to position.
I guess I'll just sprint and sensor lock.
Sensors locked on. Yes, Commander.
Bast then, unfortunately, I don't think you'll be in SRM range. Or you will be. We'll precision strike this.
I understand.
I largely did that to get better numbers on the
Solid
SRMs.
connection on that one.
I can get close enough to do something. And apparently I'm in water, which means I'm heat sinking a bit better. Or on ice. I don't get how being on ice reduces or improves heat sinking capability.
All weapons committed.
Either way, this should be him down. Good.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Aside from a little cut I have to do in post, this was actually a fairly easy mission, and it didn't take too long.
Mission successful.
So, good business all around, so far. And we have a Shadowhawk 2H assembled. So, let's get right to the appropriate screen. Take a bit of you, take a bit of you. And I'll take one of you as well, because LRM-15s are actually really useful. Cool. Good stuff, all around. Now, let us see. Did I make a mistake? Was it a Shadowhawk 2H that I have assembled, or a 2D? Yeah, it's a 2D. Checking storage. Really, I only had the 6 parts on the 2H? Ah, bugger. Ah, whatever. No matter. Next time we run into one is when we're gonna assemble it. Damn it. I'm a bit mad now. Ah, whatever. But it's fine, I guess. Are there any ship upgrades we want to invest in? Not particularly. Oh, the med bay. But before we do that, let's check out the contracts. Since we can immediately jump into another one, and I think we'll go for data liberation. Wait, data liberation. Ew. Ew. Hmm. Bring fast mechs and move quickly, they say. Why do they even offer salvage of these missions? Oh, fine, we'll try it out. We'll do it for the cash, largely. Maybe 1 part salvage. Sure. Do I take a Panther or do I stick with this lot? You know, I think I'm gonna stick with this lot. Let's just go. Okay. Hopefully this one won't go as poorly as the previous target acquisition mission I did. You know, the one that completely bugged out. I have 8 rounds. Are we for real? Oh, screw it. Just do a sprint.
We've got an unknown on sensors.
Indeed, commit Sudoku. Which is, I think, essentially what we're getting ourselves into. I have to send the Jenner around this way. There's nothing for it. What is this mission? There's a gaggle of light mechs everywhere. Who designed this?
How might I help?
Christ alive.
Of course.
Full throttle.
What do you need?
Honestly, I am a bit flabbergasted. Well, more than a bit. And why is the Vindicator so slow? It has lighter tonnage, and oh look, it's a crab. I don't want to be here anymore. Can I leave?
Receiving you.
Should I honestly even try to put the effort in? You know, sure. Guarded trench. Oh, so they do have sensor locking. Am I going to lose a mech warrior? I'd prefer not to lose a mech warrior, I'd like to point out.
You have orders? Yes, Commander.
Okay, fine, I'll sprint up like that. A cicada decides to ram us. It's a pity he didn't do more damage to himself than he did to me. And then he opens up with close-range machine guns, which, irks me somewhat. And there's a Hunchback and a Shadowhawk 2H. Oh, Christ's sakes. This just isn't kosher.
Full throttle.
They've got a lock on me.
And they also have sensor locking. Why? Why is this a thing? Oh well, whatever.
Bugging out.
We'll get there eventually. I know it's the laser vomit Hunchback.
Losing armor.
Yeah, no, I see that. I don't know if I should be happy about the crab retargeting you or not, though.
Ready for orders. Jumping.
Okay, don't bug out on me. I'm glad he didn't sensor lock you. That's nice. How friendly of him, really. The Locust rams us.
Damage is minor, Commander.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't. Glad to see the Panther missing with everything. That is
Waiting orders.
really, really nice of him.
Yep.
Truck, can I get you onto that cap zone? I can. So I will.
Good. Moving fast.
Oh, am I not actually in the cap zone? Is this a thing?
Reporting.
Oh, Christ's sake. You know what? Screw this. I'm not... No. I'm not willing to take the amount of damage that I would have to take in order to make that work out. Screw that noise. I honestly don't know what to do with this series anymore. It's become a grind. I don't think it's very fun to watch. It's not fun to play, certainly. It's just obnoxious. It is so pathologically obnoxious. Like, who designed these missions? Like, just straight out of the gate, you're dealing with 2 full lances that are defending a zone. I don't know. I'm gonna call the episode here, actually. I want some feedback from the audience. Can I be released from this bloody mess, or do you guys still want me to push forward with it? Because I'm tired of it. I really, really am tired of it. Well, Despite how well the episode seems to have started off, the bitterness is just coming back again. I don't think it's fair to the audience to keep going with this. Either way, if you feel otherwise, please leave a comment in the section below. Until then, I have been Smastian. I'll see you on different battlefields, hopefully. And yeah. with that being said, over and out. I'm done.